Hey, Kentucky, this is Mary Jo Perino. Tonight, Senator Rand Paul steps into the debate about an emergency coronavirus bill. A UK fan's racial slur is caught on camera. And I'll catch up with Macy Morris as the X-Cat is playing over in Europe. All that and more is next on Hey, Kentucky. Welcome into Hey, Kentucky. Ryan Lemon is my co-host tonight. Please tell me you've washed your hands.
Yeah, we don't have masks on.
Yeah,
Or hands washed okay so far.
Yeah.
Fist bump. We're cool with that right now.
We can do that.
Okay.
Yes, I have washed all day. So let's begin there in Washington, where Kentucky Senator Rand Paul failed today in his attempt to amend a bill drafted as an emergency response to concerns about the coronavirus. As the Bowling Green Republican did last summer with the 9/11 compensation spending, he expressed concerns that in light of a large federal deficit, the funding can't happen unless the money is pulled from somewhere else. In this case, Paul proposed cuts to State Department cultural exchange programs, among other things. At one point, the senator said he would hold up the coronavirus bill if he didn't have a chance to present and get a vote on his amendment. But in the end, the nearly $8 billion in emergency funding passed, even though he voted against it. In related news, Tennessee's governor confirmed a case of the virus there today, and Kentucky's governor, Andy Beshear, hello, says Kentucky remains ready should cases pop up here, that the state's testing procedure has been streamlined. Ryan, concerns for you about the coronavirus or what Rand Paul did?
Well, you know, we joked about it at the beginning of the show, but I mean, it's serious. Everybody's taking it serious. You know, I think it was Chicago State have already said, hey, we're going to cancel the last two games of our season. We see Italy say we're not going to play any more sporting events with crowds there. I mean, we have to take it serious.
Yes.
We'll see if this bill passes, like if it's a month from now, where we are. But we have to be serious about it. We have to take it serious.
We do, but I think the flu, everyone keeps saying the flu has killed thousands and thousands more people.
Correct. I keep reading that. That's the only thing that kind of keeps me from being crazy and insane about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm nervous about it.
And we're not traveling overseas anytime soon.
Yeah.
So that's good. All right. Now, the story that put an unfortunate spotlight on our state and basketball fans over the better part of the last 48 hours. UK Athletics says there will be consequences after a video showing a Kentucky fan calling a Tennessee fan a racial slur went viral. The clip was shot towards the end of Tuesday night's game at Rupp. Ethan Williams says he was filming UK fans as they left the disappointing game and was laughing about the early exit when a woman stopped to his row and called him a racial slur.
Why are you leaving?
The woman in the video has been identified as Ashley Lyles. She issued an apology yesterday saying her reaction after the game was unacceptable and called her words hurtful and hateful. UK Athletics Director Mitch Barnhart sent out several tweets about the incident saying there's no place for it at Rupp. He also said while the person in question is not a season ticket holder, there are still ways to ensure those actions are not repeated at future UK events. And the UK has reached out and apologized personally to Ethan Williams. Ryan, I am all for forgiveness and second chances and all of that for sure. But if that word is not part of your vernacular, it's not the first thing that comes out.
Yeah, we're all taught at an early age what that word means. And for a white person to say that to a black person, it's belittling, it's demeaning. And that's why there comes a time we have to stop giving people a pass to say that word. And so I'm glad Mitch Barnhart has come out and said she will no longer be allowed at UK or Rupp Arena for any event. You have to do that. And, you know, I think we all agree that UK is going to come out strong because they have to. We have to stop giving these people a pass when they say that word.
Yeah.
She said it in a mean, hurtful, hateful way. Make no mistake about it.
No, absolutely not. There's no way you can say that just slipped out.
No.
I didn't mean it as harshly as it came out. And she did, in her apology, say she realized, how bad it was.
I'm glad she apologized. I'm sorry she had brain cancer, but she said it. And we have to stop giving people a pass just because they apologized or if they said we grew up in a different era or I'm a good person at heart. Bullcrap. I don't care, man. You said it and you need to be held accountable for what you said.
And you know why you said it.
You know why you said it. That's exactly right.
Yeah. All right. Now, we turn to the news on the basketball court. UK's outlook for the NCAA Tournament has shifted considerably following the upset to Tennessee. The Cats fell 7 spots in the net rankings where they were previously ranked 14th, which was already kind of a head-scratcher. ESPN's Joe Lunardi updated his bracket, put Kentucky as the 3 seed in the Midwest, only hours after he said he was ready to make us a 2 seed during that Tennessee game. To make matters worse, Louisville moved up to take the number 2 spot in Gonzaga's region, which is where everyone wants to be, Ryan, number 2 in Gonzaga's region. But if Kentucky's a 3 seed, that's where I thought they were going to be anyway.
That's very true. That's what makes that whole collapse against Tennessee even worse. We were up 17. Joe Lenardi comes on and says, I've moved him up to a 2 seed, and then the wheels fell off and we collapsed. A 2 seed makes us even a better spot. A 3 seed, that's where we were kind of hoping to be.
Yeah.
But we had a 2 seed there, Mary Jo. We were up 17 against Tennessee, and we just blew it.
Yeah, and I still don't get why.
Yeah.
It's still fascinating to me that everything can change so much from one half to the next.
You better go out and beat Florida on Saturday.
Yeah.
You better play well, or you're going to be could potentially drop to a 4 seed now. So you
Yes,
got to
absolutely.
now that Florida game, which was almost a throwaway game, warm up for the SEC tournament in March Madness. Now it's really important.
It is important. All right. High school sports also a topic of discussion in Frankfurt, specifically a potential crackdown on those who have beef with referees. Lawmakers are considering a bill that would make intimidation of sports officials a misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year behind bars. The head of the KHSAA told the House committee that as such incidents have increased, the number of high school referees has dropped about 10% over the past 2 or 3 years. While House members agreed that the issue needs some addressing, some worry that the bill is too broadly written and could turn criticism of officials into a crime. Ryan, I was surprised that there isn't fewer refs than that. I feel like everyone is stepping back. What's the benefit? You just get screamed at.
Yeah, now, I agree. You can't put your hands on an official. They made that a felony. But if I'm sitting up in the bleachers and I yell about, hey, that's a foul, now are they going to hammer me with a misdemeanor? I mean, it's going to be hard to police that. I mean, I'm glad they've got policies in place now because you can't go after an official. You can't run on the floor. Now you can hit them with the misdemeanor. But now they can almost, it's going to be it's almost, like I said, it's almost too broad.
It is. There's going to have to be specific language, like if you're yelling a threat, like I'll meet you outside, something like that, because you're going to yell at refs.
That's true.
You can't stop that.
Yeah, like you said, if you go on the floor, boom, now they got something to protect referees.
Yeah, you're out at their car.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now to our weekly feature on Hey Kentucky. What's the beef? Sponsored by the Kentucky Beef Council. Opponents of legalizing medical marijuana in this state have pushed back as the focus shifts to the Senate. The lineup of opposition includes a prosecutor and a doctor. The Warren County Commonwealth's attorney says more research of medical cannabis is needed. Meanwhile, Letcher County schools have removed a Bible verse displayed in a locker room after complaints about it and other religious messages at other schools. The Freedom from Religion Foundation spearheaded the effort to have the display removed. And that's tonight's edition of What's the Beef? Up next on Hey Kentucky, a familiar face with UK Hoops fans checks in from her new locale. Ex-Cat Macy Morris tells us how things are going in Italy when we return.